Prophet said, my mother-in-law is a witch. Tosin, what do I do? Hello everyone and welcome back to Family Life Builders TV, where we're rebuilding homes and transforming society. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a question that a friend asked. She said, and I quote, Prophet said, my mother-in-law is a witch. Tosin, what do I do? I asked her if I can open up the question, and she said, yes, I don't mind you discussing it. So today I'm going to be talking to people who are having challenges in their marriage as a result of their relationship with their mother-in-laws or in-laws as a whole. In case you're watching and you're not married, I want you to settle this before you get married. Number one, if you want to get married to any man, you must know yourself. One of the reasons why banks ask you to fill the form, that KYC form, know your customer form, is because they want to know how to serve you better. They want to know the category to place you. They want to know the kind of offer they can give to you. That's why they ask you to fill that form of know your customer. The same thing applies to every relationship we have. You must know the person you are dealing with. So you need to understand the kind of husband that you have, and you must understand yourself as well, because you can't understand other people if you don't understand who you are. Now, once you understand who you are, you know what you want, you know what you love, you know what you can take so that you can set boundaries, then you can go ahead and you'll be able, that will help you, it will empower you to be able to love others, including your husband. Now, after knowing your husband, after understanding your husband, the next thing is you want to understand the family and their family dynamics. For example, for some people, every Christmas they travel to spend the Christmas with their in-laws. There are several holidays around the world, and for some people, it's very special for them to spend it with the people they love. For families that are closely knitted, it might be difficult for you not to follow them in that tradition. For them, it will mean that you don't love them. And that's why I always say you should love people not the way you love yourself, but you must love people the way they want you to love them. You must understand the dynamics of your family, and you must understand yourself. Now, it's at that point of you understanding yourself, you understanding your husband, understanding your in-laws, that will bring you to a point of negotiation, that will bring you to a point of setting boundaries. Now, the whole idea of these three is for you to be able to love them the way they want to be loved. For example, for some mother-in-laws or for some in-laws, they appreciate communication. They believe you need to stay in touch with them. So if that is what they know as love, you must give it to them. For some in-laws, if their own language is gifts, you must learn to understand that and give it to them if you have. And that's why it is highly empowering for women to have skills, have something in your hand that you are doing. Don't depend on your husband. Absolutely. One of the reasons why in-laws fight with their daughter-in-law, especially when the man is the only son, only child, firstborn son, favorite son, or breadwinner. When your husband happens to be any of these things that I mentioned, if you are not wise as a woman, you are going to have problem with your in-laws. Now, for you to avoid that problem is the number one thing that I've mentioned. Know yourself, know them, know your husband, set boundaries. Now, another thing that I've seen is mutual respect. For most people, what they see as respect is you not talking back when they are talking. For some people, what they see as respect is you speaking When they are talking, you responding to them. For some people, what they see as respect is you taking care of them. You must understand this and try as much as possible to do it for them. If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to have peace. So see, as some mother-in-laws witches for real, I don't know. But what do you call witches? Do you know that most of the time, what you call witches is actually mental health for some mother-in-laws? Is because what they've been through as a mother-in-law is also affecting them. So they've kept the experience. And so they've decided that what their mother-in-law did to them, or what they've done to their mother-in-law, they don't want to receive it. So they build up a defense. They build up a wall. Now, that wall will be broken if you can understand them, if you can speak their language of love. That wall will be broken if you can set boundaries. That wall will be broken. But if you can't do that, it's going to be a big problem. What you call a witch is sometimes borderline personality. Because one way or the other, that woman has been good to you, but something just happened. They just snap at you, and you need to watch them and see, is this how they relate to other people too? So that's why it's important for you to learn them. So if you are seeing the pattern of their relationship, then that will help you to adjust. That will help you to set boundaries. Now, if you are going to enjoy your life, if you are going to enjoy your relationship, I want to say this: your in-laws are more than you. You are just one person coming into their family. So if you have in-laws, your mother-in-law and the siblings of your husband, when they are many, they are more than you. Now, because you already understand your husband, that will help you. Because you already understand them, that will help you to be able to balance things. Don't try and fight them. Don't try, because they are more than you. If you want to do any fight, you have to do the fight on working on yourself. You have to do the fight in the place of prayer. You have to do the fight in the place of love. Everybody, even a mad person, responds to the language of love. When people do you wrong and you love them in return, there is every tendency that one day their hearts will melt. You know why? God will fight for you. So when people are doing wrong things against you and you are doing wrong things back, I've seen people that said they are going to poison their mother-in-laws. I've seen people that said they are going to kill their mother-in-laws. I've seen people that have slapped their mother-in-law. Remember karma. Every woman that get married wants to give birth to children. In the African culture, people always want to have a lot of people. I'm generalizing now. A lot of people want to give birth to sons. Now, you are going to have sons. Treat your mother-in-law the way you want to be treated. Treat your mother-in-law the way you want to be treated. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they don't do. Don't insult your mother-in-law. Don't raise your hand to slap your mother-in-law. She might be a witch. If you say she's a witch, you are the one that knows. But remember karma. Somebody will come back and call you a witch as well. Whatever you are calling a witch, ensure that it's not their personality. Ensure that it's not a disorder. Ensure that it's not menopause. that you are calling being a witch, because you are also going to go through those stages as well in life. Now, another thing that I want to say, just pick things from my rants. Another thing that I want to say is you must report your mother-in-law to your husband before taking any step or before taking any action. So choose your battle. You don't fight all fights. So you want to choose your battle so that you win even before you start the battle. Please be at peace with your mother-in-law. It is a seed and you will reap whatever you sow. In case you already have a damaged relationship with your in-laws or your mother-in-law, I want you to start repairing this relationship. Start with your husband first. And I want you to use this skill that I'm going to teach you. It is called non-violence communication. It's very simple, but you have to understand how to go about it. In this kind of communication, when you want to open the discussion, you talk about your observation, and that observation has to be directed towards yourself, not the other person. Then you talk about your feeling, then you talk about your need, then you make your request. So I'm going to give this example. So let's assume that you've been fighting with your in-laws, you've been having issues with your husband, and it has become a serious problem for you. Now, at this point, you want to try and restore the relationship, but you need to first restore the relationship with your husband. Then you can go ahead, your husband can help you, and you can go ahead and repair the relationship with your mother-in-law. You start this way. I observe that when I cook, I still find the food on the table the following morning. That means your husband does not eat your food again because he's angry with you, because you're fighting with his mother. So then you go ahead and say, I feel unhappy and I feel unloved anytime you do that to me. And the next thing you want to do is you want to present your need. So you can go ahead and say, I need you to please always tell me anytime I offend you. So you now make your requests. Now, when I offend you, please write me a note. Or when I offend you, please sit me down and talk to me. You know, when you say the need, is different from the request. So it's your need. I need you to tell me. But when you are requesting, how do you want that need to be met? Okay, I want you to sit me down and talk to me early in the morning. I want you to sit me down and talk to me when you come back from work. I want you to send me a text message. I want you to write a note to me. Just try and communicate your needs. At this point, when things are not working, you can't force yourself to work it out. Rather, you need to learn to present your need. See what was wrong, what was not working. Then communicate your feeling about it. Then let your need be known and make a request on how that need could be fulfilled. I hope that helps. If you have any question, our email address is there, familylifebuilderstv@gmail.com. You can always send me an email for any question, and someone will respond to you and your question will be answered. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this hour of the day. It's my birthday, and that's why I try to tie my gele. It takes me some time to do it, but I did it. So thank you so much for staying with me. Remember, keep becoming a better you, because things work if we work it. If you're yet to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you can get more videos from me. Thank you and God bless you. I'll see you next time. I love you. Bye bye.